That's
Just a moment, Daria.
Mhm.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our webinar, another BA community webinar. With us today, we have Daria. She is a senior business analyst located in Serbia, and she will present us with the topic setting up a BA team. Hi, Daria. Welcome.
Hi, Francisco.
How is the weather in Serbia? It's very
Oh,
cold.
not very cold, but it's raining today. I don't know, see the sun, but hopefully that it will come soon.
Okay.
And how is the weather in your location?
Yeah, my location is sunny today, very warm,
That's
more
great.
or less 20 degrees, so
Whoa,
I'm happy.
happy for you too.
Yes. So before we start, I will announce that, as usual, a record of this event will be available for all of. And please post your questions in the comments on YouTube or at the event internet page at EPAM. And at the end of the presentation, Daria will answer that questions. So please, Daria, I'll give you the floor. The stage is
Thank
yours.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
So, guys, let's start. Good afternoon, everyone, one more time. I'm Daria, and I'm currently working as a senior business analyst at EPAM. And our topic of today's talk is setting up a BA team. And before we begin, I would like to introduce myself with some quick facts. So I have over 5 years of experience in business analyst and system analyst and in project management. And prior to joining the EPAM, I also led the BAs and CAs departments consisting of 45 analysts. And also I have 2 years of experience in hiring BAs and CAs, building up BA team, onboarding, developing business analysts, and also I can establish templates and processes for the BA team. And currently I'm a product owner of one of the stream of our internal EPAM project. Also as well, I'm working as a key BA in this project. And today it's my pleasure to be here and to discuss the importance of building a successful BA team and some critical activities and strategies which require to set it up. Let's go through our context of the talk. First of all, we will discuss goals and objectives of our presentation. Then we just make a quick review why is it important to build up a successful BA team. And then we will move to the main parts. It consists of 2 parts. So it's a preparation activities during setup process and also onboarding and adaptation activities. Then we will discuss some specific challenges and examples which can be occurred in case of setting up the BA team, and also some strategies and advices to resolve them. And in the end of the presentation, we will have some time to sum it up and discuss the questions. So let's move to the goals and objectives of the presentation. I would like to add that this presentation provides a brief overview of building a BA team. Overall, the process is very complex and has many strategies and nuances, and we will discuss the essential point to help you to create the plan for building your BA team. And going through the goals, the first goal is to understand the importance of building a successful BA team, and then explore the critical activities and strategies of setting up and developing team at a high level. So let's move to the importance of building a BA team. I want to highlight that business analysts are an essential component of IT projects, and effective BA teams can guarantee projects are completed on time, within the budget, and meet stakeholders' requirements. I suppose you knew already it, but let's highlight these points one more time. Why creating a successful BA team is crucial. The first of all, business analysts play a vital role in identifying and fulfilling the stakeholders' needs. And some misunderstood and incorrect requirements could lead to the project failure. And we should make it essential to have a competent BA team to prevent this unsuccessful outcome. Second reason, with the right BA team in place, the project potential risks such as resource constraints, budget limitations, and so on can be recognized, and steps taken to minimize and minimize this impact. Also, the final reason is regarding creating a successful BA team, that it can increase overall job satisfaction and productivity and morale among all the team members. And it also will lead us to successful projects and happy customers overall. Therefore, it is imperative to understand how to establish and manage successful BA team to help the customer achieve their goals firstly. So let's move then to our main part regarding the BA setting up process and activities which are included in this process. So now we understand the crucial role of successful BA team, and how it influences the project success. And now we are going to discuss the activities which will help you to build up your team effectively. I have categorized these activities into two groups. The first one is preparation activities, and it involves identifying the project and team needs and finding a suitable specialist. And the second group is onboarding and adaptation activities. Since we found the suitable candidate, we can focus on organizing their onboarding and teamwork and adaptation. So let's begin with the first group. It's the preparation activities. And the first point from this activity list is understanding the requirements of the project and the team. And it is one of the most crucial steps in building an effective BA team. And this involves the identifying the stakeholders' needs, expectations, priorities, timelines, and identifying the team needs and expectations should be based on factors, including the selected technology stack, architecture, seniority of the existing team which we have on project. And all these factors will influence the future BA team skills and the BA's team experience requirements, as well as the depth of requirements description and need for immersion in architecture and system analysis. So it's all influenced. As a result of understanding the requirements of the project and the team step, it's essential to have a kind of list of mandatory and nice to have requirements for the BA group related to the project subject area and the knowledge of relevant technologies and practices. Also, we should base on the customer's budget, and based on it, we should propose a number of specialists which needed to be considered. And the final point is about a high-level plan of the project features and epics which should be outlined. In summary of all this step, understanding the project and the team requirements is crucial for building a BA team because correctly identifying requirements and after this activity, it becomes easier to source the right candidate on external or internal market and set up a team based on the customers and the project team needs. So let's move to some example how we can identify and what outcome should be in case of the first step. Let's imagine that we have a practical task and the case when after some finishing the pre-sale stage, our customer is ready to proceed with the implementation of MVP version, and you as a lead BA need to build up a BA team for requirements preparation for the first iteration of the application. As an example, I've just chosen the project that it can be a kind of application for making food orders, and note for our example that after some short analysis of all available options in the market, the customer came to solution to create his own system from scratch. So what about the output of this step? Here we can see that we, as a lead BA, can make a kind of list where we summarize the factors which should be included to our skill set of our new BAs, or the current which should be implemented in our current team. So it can consist of some specific traits of team or project characters, but also it can be a kind of template for the skill list. For example, according to our architecture diagram made by our specialists, by our developers, we came to solution that we need a relational database, and we can mark it in our first table. And also we can add the skill like SQL, for example, or understanding the logic of storing the data in the relational database to our skill table. Also, we should mark the skill as mandatory or nice to have. It will influence on further steps, how to understand whether the skill is mandatory or nice to have. Based on your skill spec, based on the understanding how much specialist you can have and how much specialist already you have in your team. Another example regarding the format, for example, of documentation. If we have, for example, a lot of seniors developers in our team, and they are okay with working with some not fully covered, detailed, with all details requirements, they're okay to go with some user stories, and then we as BA can provide, for example, some Confluence page with all the details. They're okay with going with this not detailed requirement for the first iteration. We can find the candidate and mark a user story as mandatory, as it should be used as a team documentation methodology. Or, for example, if the team consists of a lot of juniors, they need to, or middle specialists, and they need to have a detailed requirements. So we will select another methodology, another way to document our requirements, and also mark, for example, the skill as mandatory because we need a person who knows how to document it. I hope that this example is pretty clear, and you can understand what to do in this step. And I will move to another point, our step. It's regarding reviewing the technology tools needed for BA. And it is one more important element of preparing to set up a successful BA team, to review these technology tools, and to add more details to our previous list based on skills. So this list should contain of hardware, software, and other some resources which help with BA analysis, data analyst, communication, project manager. And as results of this step, we will have a kind of list of tools and techniques which needed for BA to be added and to be updated in our list of the skills which we have done during the previous step. For example, we understand that we need to work in Confluence because we aligned with our customer to follow his requirements regarding documentation storing. And then we will find the candidate, and it will be a mandatory requirement regarding the experience working in Confluence. Or, for example, the customer has already some documentation which was done for the pre-sale, and we do it in like BPM and diagrams here for describing the business processes. Or we have done some mirror billboards, for decomposing the features. And we also can find the candidate and move it to our skill set for the further search and sourcing. So let's move to the next step, which we have in scope of preparation activities, and it's about structuring the BA team roles and responsibilities. And I want to first start with summing up what we have after two first steps. We had a kind of list of skills which mark as mandatory or nice to have requirements. And the next step is to finalize plans regarding the number of and the seniority of the specialist and delegate responsibilities. It is crucial to ensure that the team is well balanced with a kind of backup in form of senior middle analyst for you as a lead. And also, please remember that not all tasks will be interesting for senior and lead specialists, but maybe a kind of great challenge for the junior or middle one. So if you have, for example, a budget to hire all seniors, please think about it one more time, because your team should be balanced in the majority of cases. And regarding that step, the output will be a plan for the recruitment group or for your internal group, including the number of specialists and their seniority and some possible options for their replacements. It is really important to discuss this in the line on these plans with your project manager or customer or end customer, and match it with the budget and the overall plan of the project. But you should form your expectations and required skills required list of responsibilities and its structuring for your PM and for your customer to be on the same page with them. So the next step is about hiring. It can be internal or external hiring based on your case. And I want to add some disclaimer that the topic is very extensive, and we unfortunately won't be able to cover the whole this topic. But I would like to give you some advices based on the information which we discussed before. So that you have the list of requirements as skills, that's really great. And what you need to do during the hiring the candidate and sourcing it, match the candidate skills with your list of skills which are required. And also I recommend you to prepare the questions or some test tasks in advance based on your project cases, not a kind of example which you just created, but try to be focused on the project future tasks and project aims when you're preparing questions and tasks. And also I advise to prepare a short presentation about the project and the team, as you understand how the responsibilities will be structured, what responsibilities BA will have. So it's also advantage of you as a lead BA, that you know some points regarding the future task, common activities of the team, methodology, and essential processes and required skills. That would be great for the candidate to know. And also let's move to the last steps regarding the preparation activities, and they are about developing the key performance indicators. And when we are talking about the developing and monitoring KPIs, it helps you, it helps you to measure the progress of the team towards the goals and objectives, and they provide a valuable insights to identify the areas of the potential improvements. And you can in advance prepare the KPIs if you understand the project plan, if you understand the project objectives and activities, you can just prepare it, and based on the project form the list of all these KPIs. Please do not forget that it should be project oriented, not only like develop some skill or something like that. Project goals should be also considered. And the other, actually, it's the last step of our preparation activities. It's about the adaptation plans, and it's quite crucial because you need to do the adaptation plan for each team member, as it provides the roadmap for them, and it will help you to control their professional development and identify the areas which requires attention. And also, I would like to make one more note regarding the project-oriented area. So you should include examples and templates of the documentation, some professional literature, some project literature, and practical tasks related to the project in your plan. It is really crucial to include not only the theory, because it won't be useful at all. You should include some theory is the candidate needs to develop some skill, but also please link to this some practical task related to the project. It will help your employee to understand their technology and to adopt it into the real project processes. And overall goal of the adaptation plan is to involve the employee as soon as possible and involve it to the project first. And regarding our practical case for the adaptation plan, in the right part, I just put some words regarding the examples which can be included to the adaptation plan. It can be something like general points which is related to your organization, like team agreements and readits, requests, some accesses, but also you need to, as we have already mentioned, include some practical tasks. It can be creation of some task stories for some intakes which is already documented by you. You can ask to prepare some artifacts, some diagrams, for example, prototypes. For some description, you can provide the description of the process, the description of the data structure, and ask your employee to do it. It will help him or her to involve into the project as soon as possible, and also to develop some more skills which are essential in your project. So it was the last point regarding the preparation activities, and let's move to the onboarding and adaptation activities. And regarding that point, after we set up our successful BA team, it's very crucial to onboard and adapt them to fit their role and requirements better, of course. And there are several steps which we can undertake to do this. The first point is regarding using our individual adaptation plans, which we created before, during our preparation activities. We already created and included the practical tasks here. And it is essential to show and work through the plan, align on estimation with your employee of each point, review all the artifacts, and help the team to understand deeper the business area. So it should, working with adaptation plan shouldn't be like just give it and employee just follow this plan, please. No, it's not working like that. You should follow the plan together with the employee, communicate regarding the estimations, communicate regarding the results, and it will be more effective with just in comparison just when you put this plan and ask to follow. So the second point regarding onboarding and adaptation activities, it's about the feedback and based on our KPIs which we have created. I suppose it's essential point that each employee needs to receive the constructive feedback to help to improve the work and the processes. And this evaluation also will help the team to identify the growth opportunities and work on specific development plans for each member. Feedback is crucial, so especially during the adaptation and boarding period, so do not forget to do it. And the last point regarding our onboarding activities is understanding their responsibilities and, updating their responsibilities and the segregation of duties. During our preparation activities, we created the plan, for this segregation, but during the onboarding, during the adaptation, something might be changed because, for example, the project plan can be changing and new skills are required and new activities are required, or just some employee want to develop some skill, or for example drive some meeting or create some activity and so on, including updating your processes. So it's when you just make this list of responsibilities up to date, it will help your employees to understand these responsibilities and to align them with the project overall goals. And also it will help to optimize the efficiency the team. And in practice, when you update the list of responsibilities and discuss this distribution of responsibilities with the team, it can be an often case when employee starts to deep dive into one topic, and for example he or she is ready to be kind of driver, and you can also include it to the updated responsibilities plan into the fact, actually the factual version of the document. And also one more advice regarding the updating responsibilities and segregation. I advise not to forget to make the updates always after the change and give it to the review for your employees, because everyone in your team should know where to find the list in order to understand who can help in different points regarding some specific topics in the project, or who can drive this topic, for example. So that's were the essential points regarding the onboarding and adaptation plan. And I would like to move to the specific challenges and some strategies for addressing them. And we will discuss one challenge which is related to the preparation activities and this process. And secondly, we will discuss the challenge which is quite, I would say, often case during the onboarding and the adaptation activity. Let's start with the first example. For example, during the process of building up BA team, you can face when you're unable to find a suitable specialist. For example, you plan to find one senior BA with extensive knowledge of e-commerce, for example, but it is so you're unable to find during, for example, a month of sourcing, and it's crucial for you. And what can you do as a lead BA, for example, to help your project team, to help the recruitment team? What should you discuss with your project manager and customer? So regarding the solution, you can review one more time this list of required skills which we have created, and determine wherever other BAs which already you hired in the team, for example, or maybe you can develop the skills which are needed to the new specialist. Or maybe the second point which should be done is to check the mismatch between company seniority requirements and the market. Maybe you are looking for the senior specialist with some specific skills, but it is not a senior, it's a middle one, or it's a lead one. So also communicate with your recruitment team, with your project manager regarding the requirements. Maybe you need to correct your list of responsibilities and focus on not on seniority, but focus on the required skills. After you understand that it is needed, no one can in our team can develop this skill, for example. Yeah, as a usual example, you can find a kind of, in that case, some middle specialist with the required competency. He or she can be not senior yet, according to your company's requirements, but he or she already possesses the necessary skill set in the current position. It's also an option when mismatch on the other side, yeah, and you also should consider it. So it's regarding that case. It was regarding that case, and I assume we can go to the next one. It's about, as I have already said, onboarding and adaptation activities. And the usual problem that during the adaptation processes, the mistakes can be occurred because you have the new team member or team members, and he or she has a lack of experience in your domain area, in the project overall. And just this employee needs some time yet to understand this project specifics, but the time is crucial for your project, and it will lead to some project delays, poor performance, and lack of confidence overall in your team's abilities. And in that case, the first thing to know that mistakes are a normal part of the learning process, and encourage team members to make mistakes and not to attempt to do all the work yourself is crucial. If you just see that your team member doing a mistake by mistake, don't try to just take all your job and do it yourself. Minimizing that mistakes can be achieved by another way. You can provide a kind of training, mentoring for the new BA team, some target workshops and Q&A sessions. But which is vital to see is that your employee is ready and has a desire to solve all these problems. Yeah, because if he or she has no desire, so that won't be a productive one. But try to support as much, share the knowledge, maybe include something to the adaptation plan, some new key points instead of others which are more crucial, and try to develop and review the skill and artifacts with your team members and support. So let's switch to the final part of our presentation. Let's make a quick recap of our key takeaways from this talk. First of all, I would like to summarize that onboarding and adaptation activities and also preparation activities are very crucial when you're building a successful BA team. So when you for example, onboard and adapt the candidate without any preparation which was done before they were hired and involved to the team, you will face some difficulties, of course, because you won't have the plan, you won't have the KPIs and understanding of the plan. But so the key points that setting up the BA team starts with your preparation. What points I would like to highlight one more time? It's about, of course, adaptation plans, because it helps your team to focus on their specific skills. And also, do not forget about regular feedback and evaluation measure processes to identify the areas of improvement. And also do not forget to update the list of responsibilities and segregation of duties and align this plan with your team. It's your duty to align, so please do not forget to do it, because it leads to better performance and their productivity. And overall, all of this will promote the communication, productive communication, trust in your team, collaboration. And these all points are very crucial for your project success. So do not forget to do it. And I hope, in summary, that this overview of preparation activities and onboarding and adaptation activities was helpful for you. Were helpful for you, yeah. And now you are informed with which point to start and how to plan some team setting up activity. In the end, I would like to wish you a good luck with this initiative with setting up the BA team. Thank you for your attention, and I'm ready to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Daria. It was awesome. I really love it.
Thank
Right
you.
now we have 3 questions, but please, the viewers can write more questions in the meantime. Okay, so let's go to the first question. Is there a difference between setting up a BA team from scratch when you need to hire people and when you already have BAs in the project team, Daria?
Yeah, of course, there is a difference. For example, when you're hiring the team members from scratch, you cannot skip the hiring step. Yeah, in our preparation activities. But the key difference in that you already have the specialist, and with them you need to understand what skills are required and what skills do they have. So the common thing is that you also need to make the adaptation plan to involve your current team members to the project if they are not involved yet. Also, preparation activities regarding the first 2 steps, understanding the requirements and reviewing technology, are needed. So overall, you just can skip only hiring step. That's the key difference. Overall, the process has some similarities, and you just need to be prepared also. If you have the team members, preparation cannot be skipped overall. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. So we have one more. So more 3. Can some points in the preparation stage be skipped or proposed not?
Actually, yes. We have discussed the case regarding working with the employees which we already have the project team. As we aligned, we can skip hiring. But when you for example, limited at the time and you just need to do preparation activities ASAP and start to hiring, you can postpone the developing of key performance you can skip KPIs preparation, because during their preparation you can, for example, firstly spend some time on first two activities to make this skill list firstly, and during the hiring process you can prepare these KPIs. So it can be done not just one by one, but something in parallel. Of course, you can just reuse some KPIs from other projects if you have experience in it, or you can just form the KPIs when you're already in process of onboarding and adaptation. You can do, for example, it with your team members all together. So that point can be postponed a little bit or scheduled in parallel, or just be postponed to the onboarding and adaptation activities. So that's it regarding that point which can be postponed or skipped.
Thank you. So one more question. Vasil has write a question in YouTube, and he said, please clarify the provided example. It suggests to use a relational database. Do I understand correctly that it was agreed with the customer, or it was a suggestion from the architects?
It's based on your situation, of course. It can be suggested by the architects firstly, but you need to align, of course, it with your customer. I suppose or not only customer, with all your stakeholders of the project. And after you have the confirmation of it, you understand the technological stack, you can include it to your skill list as a required list.
Okay, and one more from Vasil again. From your experience, have you faced cases when a newcomer committed to performing a task, but as a result, it wasn't fulfilled? How would you behave in such situations? Could you share some tips?
Yeah, thank you. Of course, I suppose it's I won't say that it's an often situation, but it can occur, of course. When your employee started to do the task and, for example, have not finished yet or not fulfilled all the requirements, you should perform the review, give the feedback, understand why it happens. There can be multiple reasons. For example, the employee cannot understand some point in, for example, business process, and that's why he skipped the requirements and did not cover all the tasks. Then in that case, you can conduct a kind of Q&A session and describe how it should be, give some examples, for example, and see how the employee will react. If he just okay with your suggestion, if he understood that he missed that, so let him finish the task. In case if the employee, for example, while doing the task, skipped some points, but he skipped it not because he didn't know something and just forgot about it. He can skip it on purpose. For example, he just didn't want to understand the full process. He just didn't want to deep dive into the topic. So you also should elaborate with him or her this point, and in that case you can just understand the reason why he or she did not fulfill all the task requirements. I actually had the case during the adaptation period when we just said goodbye to one of our employees because he did not perform as we expected and as we aligned. It's also an option, but your aim as a lead BA to understand the reason and why it happened and provide the support to the employee and resolve the issue.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Valuable answers. And right now we don't have any more questions. So if the presentation it's over and we have not any more questions, we could finish here. Daria, do you want to say something more?
I just want to say thank you for the questions and just wish one more time the good luck for all BAs who are trying to build up their team. It's a kind of complex and challenging process, but I hope that now you have the plan and you can complete it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So thank you that they are saying also on YouTube. So guys, don't forget to visit our webinar page in the EPAM intranet and rate this presentation and say thank you to Daria. And thank you so much to staying with us, and see you next time. Daria, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you guys for
Bye.
organizing.